Hey guys, I'm Lazor, Lazor Matt. I think I'm gonna show off my Pack Instincts build for a bit. I don't know if I've done that on this channel yet, I don't know. But I'm actually really happy with my Pack Instincts build. I think I've got it basically spot on, and I should probably do a debt list of it, but I'm not in the mood to do a debt list today, you know? Saturday, you know, I need to sit down, chill, watch some gameplay. Everyone's got like the Pack Instincts gameplay up already, so the debt list already, so I thought I'd just go and put up a gameplay. I've probably done one already, but I can't remember. I mean, I'm not particularly with it today, to be honest. If you can tell from my voice, I'm just a little bit all over the place. I haven't spoken that much today. I'm just like, ugh. Oh my god, I don't even think I'll stream today, which is unlike me at all. I think I've streamed like 4 days in a row now. In fact, I might have streamed every day this week. Maybe like twice a day this week. Like something like that, something stupid, because I stream once, and then of a random game, like in this case it's been I Want to Be the Guy Gaiden, until it gets to about 5 PM. And then I stream for, then I just like take a break for 30 minutes, then I stream Magic until about 9:30. And I've just been getting into that like pattern. It's been pretty working well for me so far. I mean, I like the subscriber interaction kind of stuff, and playing subscribers I end up calling out for games, because adds more life. I like playing against good players, you know, and I was like, Butchie, we'll see if Butchie wants a game, and I messaged Butchie. He was like, yeah, sure, we played, it was cool. I believe those videos went up on their channel today, one yesterday and one today, I believe. If my times are right, which they very rarely are, so we can only hope, right? My opponent's playing like a Fire Blast variant of the red deck, which I had a look at and I thought it's a pretty interesting concept, but I don't think it's better than the burn variant, so I'm going to keep it at the burn variant. But I think it's an interesting concept, having a lot of pumpers. The only problem with pumpers is that it only pumps the front and doesn't pump the ramp, so that is quite an issue. But I've already played Land's turn. I need to pay more attention, drop the other 4-5. He's not very happy that I have another 4-5, obviously. These guys come around like at least every game. They make their cameo appearance. By the way, Genesis Wave, always play it for 4 or 5 if you run my deck, and of course you don't know what my deck's like, but I tend to do it for 4, it tends to win, so it's pretty good. It's really gutting when you get Primordial Hydra. That's really irritating, because Primordial Hydra just goes to the graveyard and you just go, oh fuck man. He's got a 4-4 guy now, but maybe he'll double block. Maybe. Ooh, double block would be nice. Obstinate Baloth here gives me 4 life. That's really good. But I'm just gonna smash for 8. Take him down at 8. You know. I'm in no like hurry to do anything. I'll probably just play Ant Queen, because she's got bigger rump than Obstinate Baloth does. Please double block, because I would like to get rid of the Fireheart. Yep, block the other guy. That was my hope, that he would double block, so I would like to get rid of the Fireheart, even if I don't kill the other guy, so I still get 4 through. Kill your Fireheart, there we go. And now I don't have to worry about being on a constant clock by inputting like lots of counters on my lands and stuff. Unfortunately, it means that I can't use my incremental growth yet, which is gonna be okay. I mean, I can just wait it out. That's the good thing about Ant Queen. Has a lot of synergy with incremental growth, because next turn if I hit land drop 6, I can just make 3 of these, or I can make 1 of them, play Obstinate Baloth, and land drop 7 I can Genesis Wave, or I can, if I don't hit land drop 7, I can incremental growth. So, and if I don't hit land drop 6, and I can just make 2 tokens with this guy, and he's gonna leave. So his build unfortunately wasn't working for him. I would have probably been swinging in. He was a lot more passive than he probably should have been. That's what I think anyway. He's going to stay back with the 3 pump open, which is fine, I guess. I guess I'll swing in with the 4-5 because I can replace it, and then I'll still have 3 creatures on the field. Ready for the incremental growth next turn, so I'll just do that. The 4-5 is a bit less valuable, especially since I have a replacement in the wings for him, and I do have the pump. Well, pump to make a dude, and he's going to pump to kill my guy, which is the AI. Something about the AI, when the AI take over, I've noticed recently they've been getting very good draws. I don't know why. Or it's either that or my opponents just don't play like any of the good cards in their hand, and then they suddenly start rattling down good cards after good card after good card, but it never seems to go as smoothly after like the AI takes over. It's kind of weird. If my opponent like stuck around for all that time, I think I would have done like better in some situations. It's really strange. Also, they do this pump kind of thing, which is what you probably should do, but it's really takes a long time to watch. It's going to pump all the way, and I think that it's going to be game, because I have lethal, whether he can sit or not. I could Genesis Wave for 3, nope, let's not do that. Play incremental growth, let's put a +1/+1 on you, because you're the largest, 2 on you, and 3 on you. Spread the love, that's how I like to do it, unless I have the guy who I mentioned earlier, who doubles his counters every turn, because they are extra counters, so they get doubled quicker. Then I put 3 on him, and that takes him down low. I think I wasn't even caring about the mass. I presumed I would have killed him there, and I did. I'll quickly skim through the deck list though. I won't actually go into any major detail of why things are there unless it looks really out of place, in which case I'll mention it. This is a really aggro build though. It doesn't have that many like late game bombs, but the only late game bombs are really synergetic with the deck build itself, so personally I think this is like the best build you can make with this deck. There are a couple of ways that you can change it, of course, but I really like this build. I was having problems with it. I mean, it was working really well, but I was having one issue, which was every now and again I'd be missing like a land drop, and it would really screw me over. Okay, so and I did miss some land drops in that, but that's because I'm not running any of the ramp really. I run one ramp spell, and that's one Nature's Law, which you draw pretty often, suspiciously enough. But the reason I don't run the Nature's Laws is because of the mana curve. I mean, look, 2 green, and then you want to go either into this turn 2, of course, but then turn 3, these turn 3. Now, if you go Nature's Law turn 2, you skip these guys, and you basically skip your turn 3 plays as well. So then you go straight to turn 4. I guess is how I think of it. So Nature's Law can kind of screw up the play curve, which I tend to hit pretty often when I play this deck. It tend to be Grip's Companion turn 2, into Leatherback Bailoff, into something else, and there's not many 4 drops, so if I do have a Nature's Law and I do have that curve, I've decided I end up saving it for turn 4 so I can guarantee my turn 5. That was the problem I was having. I wasn't hitting my turn 5 enough, or my land drop 5 enough, so I decided that I didn't want too many Nature's Laws because of the play curve, but I thought one apparently does it, you know. I don't know why. Also, if you notice that I'm used to running 61 cards, I'm running 60. I'm being knocked on the door. Okay, I'm back real quick. It was like no time for you guys, it was like a minute or 2 for me. Mum decided to interrupt. She does that all the time. If Mum hears me, like, commentating, she'll make it her best to knock on the door and like interrupt me constantly or shout me. I don't know why, because it always gives, I can usually tell because it gives me like some random useless information. Anyway, to sync up for later, Checkmate is about to go disappear now. Okay, just to sync up, so Garuk, Primal Bellow. Alright, that's for syncing because I didn't stop the video recording, but I did pause the audio recording if you're just wondering why I need to sync. But hopefully I do get that syncing correct. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Fangren Firstborn has a lot of synergetic with Ant Queen, I noticed. I thought, I was like, okay, so what's Fangren Firstborn's good at? Okay, if you have a lot of creatures out, it's going to make your a lot of creatures bigger and better, so Ant Queen can produce those creatures. Not only that is a lot with incremental growth. You don't need 2 though. I was running 2, but I was running into a lot of positions where I didn't need it. Predatory Rampage is pretty bad of a card, to be honest. But I was like, okay, I'm going to have a lot of creatures out most of the time, maybe 3 or 4 creatures. That's +12/+12 damage on the board regardless, and it really hurts some matchups that aren't exactly good for us, good for green, so Exalted is one of those matchups, okay, so because Exalted is a deck where they only have to swing in with 1 guy, and they can just stay back. But what Exalted doesn't like is blocking, so Predatory Rampage destroys Exalted completely, because you just swing in, it forces them to block, and it basically fucks them. There are other similar situations where they might have a creature down that is really difficult for you to deal with if it just sits there. Like, well, I guess Royal Assassin, yet again an Exalted deck, or certain cards in the Obedient Dead, the Pumpers in Obedient Dead, for example, are really difficult to race against for this deck. But Predatory Rampage does get rid of a lot of issues, and yeah, it does that. And even though it doesn't give trample, which is a really big problem, it removes blockers, I guess, and still adds power to the board. So I like it in this situation. In this build, I don't think I'd like it in a ramp version though. FYI. This guy, people were questioning why I run it. I run it because this deck has nothing against flyers. Not only that, Vigilance is really good in this format, in M12, in, well, DOTP I guess, M13 this would be. Vigilance is just really good. It's highly underrated as a mechanic, and as a green player, well, if you're playing green, to be able to attack to do damage and to stay back to block is really, really effective. Not only that, the reach is invaluable. Yet again, it allows you to be, because with reach, one thing that you don't do is be aggressive with reach abilities, but this, because of the vigilance, it allows you to be aggressive with the reach, and that's really, really good. And yet again, I like pairing it up with incremental growth, and then you just have like a 6/6 vigilance reach guy, and it's just really good. Vorapede comes back from the dead. I'm actually going to be ordering 4 of these for real life because my black-green self-sacrifice requires a really strong 5-drop, and Vorapede is fantastic. Synergetic because it's nice and cheap. I mean, only 5 mana. 5 mana in green isn't that much. And my 3 6-drops, I guess. I know this guy costs 8, but I'll get to him in a second. Primal Crux, or Chroma, is what I nicknamed her. She's female, obviously, they always are. Trample, because Trample's great. Chroma is the ability, it gives power and toughness equal to the number of green mana symbols in the mana, so it's minimum of 6/6, but if you notice, a lot of these cards have like double green in them. This guy's double green, this guy's triple green, double green, triple green, you notice this? So, Dungrove Elder is one of the few that doesn't, to be honest. There's not a lot of creatures that only have a single green. Which means if most of the time I'm going to have 2 or 3 creatures down by the time Chroma hits the board, hopefully. She's going to hit the table as a 10-10 and win the next game. Even though I do like to keep the mana cost low for this build, works really well. And I think something I was mentioning before I got interrupted, I just remembered, the reason I run 60 cards and not 61 is yet again to fight the fact that I was missing a land drop every now and again. I decided that I might as well make it a slightly higher chance of me getting that land if I'm not forcibly going for it with Nature's Laws and stuff. So that's why I run 60 in this build. It's the only build I run 60 in any of the decks, so instead of 61. I do prefer 61, but in this case 60 is better, for me anyway. Kalani Hydra, it costs 1 green less for each creature you control, and it has trample, so I've done this many a time. Quite a lot of times I had Ant Queen down, land drop 6, just Ant Queen and 2 other guys, just made 3 tokens and played Kalani Hydra for free, or something like that. There's a lot of times you can play this guy for like 2 mana, 0 mana, 3 mana in this kind of build, and it becomes a lot cheaper than it is, you know, and it works really well. Yet again, it's 8 green mana symbols, so Primal Crux goes out the roof. I really like this build. It works almost all the time for me. It plays really well. It's really effective against almost every deck in the game. There are decks that are tailored to put up with this, but Burn, it goes right through Burn. If you watched the me versus Butcher game, he was playing Burn, I was playing this deck. It's so difficult to deal with. We just played Burn then, I think, didn't we? Did we? Maybe, I don't know, it was that long ago. It was all of 10 minutes ago. But this deck really works for me. I really enjoy playing it, and there's a really quick deck list. I'm probably not going to go through like really long, complicated deck lists, like 40-minute ones, because it takes a lot of time on my back. And I tried to do one earlier in the week, and the recording crashed, and it really, really frustrated me because it was like 50 minutes of Ancient Wilds. And I've decided I might as well just do a gameplay and then quickly go through it for you guys, just skim over. So if you want to try it out, try it out. Like I say, Genesis Wave for 4 or for 5 mana. 4 is usually great. I end up getting, you get your leatherbacks, you get your Blanchwood armors. It's really great. You get really disappointed if you get a Primordial Hydra. Not only that, lands come in untapped is always nice when you get untapped lands. So it's a bit of mana ramp sometimes, but that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. This video was nowhere near as long as the ridiculous game I got last week, which it must have been about 50 minutes game. It was. I'm so glad I sped it up and put music, because all you heard was me just going, fuck's sake, where's Erratic Paul? Where's Erratic Paul? Where's Erratic Paul? I'm just going to sit here and wait for Erratic Paul all day. That was me for the entire game. It wasn't that entertaining, to be honest. It was just me just going, come on, this draw, no. Your turn. And then that was basically the game. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Like I said, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I do have my own. I upload a lot of Magic and other stuff. I'm going to start mixing it up a bit more. Like I say, I stream pretty often. Magic usually at night, I guess, or afternoon for me, afternoon to night time for my time, and random games during the day. I think I'm gonna, well, I'll have to finish. I want to be the guy Gaiden, and I'll probably play like Mega Man or Pokemon or just something like that, just stream it. Games that are difficult to record because they take so much time. Also the PC is really, my PC stuff, really unreliable at recording. It's stupid. And it's really difficult to record like a Let's Play when you do an hour chunk and that hour just goes, nope, I didn't record, sorry about that, man, you've got no audio, and I just have to redo it all. It takes it away from it. So I'll probably just stream those kind of things, like Amnesia as well, Slender, if people want to see that kind of stuff. I'll probably end up doing them on streams, and maybe do like highlights, stream highlights, something like that, if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. Also, I'm kind of planning out a tournament at the moment. I've got the people down. I need to actually make sure they're all up for it, but I imagine they all will be. I can't imagine anyone even be like, no, I don't want to be in this M13 tournament, which is for this game, obviously, but that should be fun. I just need to like organize some, well, times and matchups, I guess, and then it'll be pretty cool, and I'll do an update video to keep you guys in the loop for stuff. And yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. Thanks for subscribing, I guess. Thanks for watching. And this channel's I hope this channel like picks up some pace. For the people who upload here, need to keep sending me the videos, otherwise I can't upload, guys. You've been so unreliable recently. Well, some of you are. Some of you are still doing it. And for those people as well, yet again, if you want to send me like a batch of like 4 videos, I'm happy with that. I'm more than happy with that, because that just suits me for like 4 weeks. That's 4 weeks of I don't have to worry about getting videos from you, and you can just sit down and record like 5 videos, and that's fine. It's a lot easier for me to upload because it's not a rendering to Dropbox to download to check to upload schedule. It's more of a rendering to upload. It misses out the middleman completely with me. So, but there you go. That's about it. Well, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I think I've said that about 4 times this commentary already, and